The total amount of currency in circulation in the country dropped from 3.29 trillion naira as of the end of October 2022 to 1.38 trillion naira as of the end of January 2023 as a result of the Naira redesign policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Figures obtained from the CBN showed these represent a drop of 1.9 trillion naira in the 3 months period. The CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele had in October 2022 announced plan to redesign the old 200, 500 and 1,000 naira notes. Emefiele also announced deadlines for Nigerians to swap their old with the new ones. He decried the challenges associated with currency management, including significant holding of banknotes by members of the public, with statistics showing that over 80% of currency in circulation was outside the vault of commercial banks. All the challenges he ordered include a shortage of clean and fit banknotes with attendant negative perception of the CBN and increased risk to financial stability, an increasing ease and risk of counterfeiting evidenced by several security reports. According to the Apex Bank, analysis of the currency in circulation showed that a large and increasing proportion of the naira outside the commercial banking system was held by the general public, who hold a lot of the new banknotes. The adoption of mobile technology continues to grow in Nigeria, with the total number of mobile subscriptions hitting 225.88 million in January 2023. This is 3.66 million more mobile subscriptions, more than the 222.23 million subscriptions that were recorded in December 2022. It also continues the sustained growth the mobile technology sector of Nigeria has been experiencing since the turn of 2022. According to new industry data from the Nigerian Communication Commission, Tendency, the number of active telephones per 100 people living within an area grew to 118.51%. The government has a 50% broadband penetration target for 2023. The Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Professor Ali Ibrahim Pantami, has said that a committee led by the chairman of the Nigerian Communication Commission, Professor Adeolu Akonde, will advise the federal government on appropriate measures to take in protection of the nation's cyberspace and ITC infrastructure from potential attacks. Pantami, who represented President Muhammadu Buhari during the inauguration of the committee, announced that the constitution of the committee was on the directive of the president. He said the committee is to work to coordinate computer security centers in the information and communication technology industry in collaboration with all the relevant institutions toward intercepting potential cyber attacks. He said with the increased role of ICT in online activities and its crucial role in the conduct of the 2023 general elections in line with the Electoral Act as amended, the job of the committee will assist the nation in conducting a free, fair and credible election. The committee, to which he also belongs, has as members the Executive Vice Chairman of NCC, Professor Umar Gaba Dambata, and the Director General of National Information Technology Development Agency, Mr. Kashifu Abdullahi, among other CEOs in the ministry. The United States is set to increase visa validity from 24 months to 60 months for Nigerians who wants to enter the U.S. temporarily for business and or tourism, a statement by the U.S. Consulate General said on Monday. The statement said the new policy will start from Wednesday, March 1st, 2023. the federal government had directed the implementation of a new visa reciprocity policy for citizens of the U.S. with effect from March 1st, 2023, following an approval for the kickstart of the new bilateral consular policy agreement between the U.S. and Nigeria. Minister of Interior Ralph Aregbesola said the bilateral consular policy agreements between the two countries also include the reciprocity of 5-year tourist visa validity for American citizens pursuant to Section 30 of the Immigration Act 2015, extension of visa validity to 3 years for diplomats and government officials between the citizens of both countries. The statement by the U.S. consulate on Monday also assured that the cost of the visa fee still remains the same. The consulate also noted that increasing visa validity was one of several initiatives taken by the U.S. to reduce visa appointment wait times in Nigeria. As a reflection of increased activities in the information and communication technology space, especially on the back of the outbreak of COVID-19, company income tax from ITC firms soared year-on-year by a huge 147.30% in the third quarter ended September 30th, 2022. The National Bureau of Statistics Company Income Tax Report for third quarter 2022 showed that the tax collection from the sector rose to 131.97 billion naira in third quarter 2022, as against 53.36 billion naira in the corresponding period in 2021. Meanwhile, the tax collection dropped by 15.26% on a quarter-on-quarter basis from 155.74 billion naira. In terms of sectoral contributions, the ICT sector contributed 27.31% to the total company income in third quarter 2022, trailing behind the manufacturing sector, which contributed 28.76%, while the financial services sector ranked third at 8.81% contribution. As part of the drive to increase its revenue from non-oil sources and support the implementation of the 2022 budget, the federal government had made certain amendments to the Finance Act 2022. Part of the changes was the introduction of taxes on non-resident companies with digital presence in Nigeria. The World Bank said that a market-driven approach to mini-grid development on its national electrification project has accelerated the deployment of more than 100 new solar-powered mini-grids in Nigeria. The bank disclosed this Monday in a press statement saying that powering 380 million people in Africa by 2030 would require the construction of more than 160,000 mini-grid as a cumulative cost of $91 billion. It noted that the deployment of solar mini-grids has accelerated in sub-Saharan Africa from 500 installed in 2010 to over 3,000 as of today, and a further 9,000 planned for deployment over the next few years. It attributed the growth in deployments to the decline in the cost of key components, the introduction of new digital solutions, a large and expanding cohort of highly capable mini-grid developer, and growing economies of scale. The bank stated that globally, nearly 8 out of 10 people without electricity live in Africa, and at the current state of progress, 595 million Africans will remain unconnected in 2030.